Greetings! My name is Brad Hessel. I am the newly elected chair of the Wake County Libertarian Party. And happy May Day! Spring, my favorite season in North Carolina. Fortunately, I am not allergic to any pollen, and so I get to enjoy this verdant explosion of vegetation and insects and animals. It's very life affirming, and I recommend anyone that's coming to visit North Carolina try to make it in the spring, assuming that you are not highly allergic to pollen, and you'll have a great time. Also, I want to thank you. I want to thank all those folks. First of all, I should thank my predecessors, Travis Grew, David Ulmer, Brian K. Lewis, Joy Elliott, and all of the folks who contributed to the party, either with funds or with volunteer time, folks who canvassed for us, folks who ran for office, folks who promoted us on social media. We've been doing pretty well. In fact, I started with the party in 2013, and when I decided to run for chair, somebody asked me, how's the party doing? And I said, well, I think we're doing very well. I've seen tremendous progress over the past 12 years. And she said, well, like what? And I wasn't quite sure what to say to that. So as a consequence of this conversation, I decided to actually go look at the numbers and see if I could get some evidence for my sense that we were really doing well. And lo and behold, the numbers bear out my sense. So here is a summary, and I will post this someplace where you can look at it at your leisure. But basically, in 2012, we had approximately 2,600 registered libertarians in Wake County. At the end of 2024, we had almost 6,000. That's an increase of 129%. Candidates. So in the first 12 years of the 21st century, we ran 27 people in Wake County. This is just local candidates. That's North Carolina General Assembly seats in Wake County and municipal and county elections. And in the last 12 years, we ran 68 candidates, which is an increase of 152%. Votes. In the first 12 years, we got 125,000 votes, approximately. And in the last 12 years, 441,661 votes for our candidates. This, again, just local candidates, not counting president, governor, any of the statewide candidates. That's an increase of 255%. So we're not only getting more votes, we're getting more votes per candidate. Fundraising. We raised $17,000 in the first 12 years of the 21st century. In the last 12 years, we've raised over $104,000, which is like 5 times as much. Now, I appreciate that $104,000 is not a huge amount in political terms, but still, that's the right vector. So it's not just numbers, though. I mean, during that same time, life in Raleigh, which is where I live, has improved in several positive liberty respects. For example, fewer restrictions on what you can build on your own property, such as duplexes or granny flats. Short-term rentals are now officially legal. It's now legal to work out of your home. Electric scooters, briefly run out of the city, are back. We have a new county sheriff who listens to and considers libertarian concerns. There are fewer restrictions on alcohol. We avoided overcommitting to boondoggles such as light rail or a government-funded soccer stadium, which was under consideration for a while. Now, I'm not saying Wake LP gets credit for all of that, but we most definitely contributed to the relevant discussions leading up to these favorable outcomes. And speaking of relevance, in 2012, virtually no one here even knew there was a county libertarian party. In 2024, voters expected to see our candidates on their ballots and our distinctive people, not politics yard signs adorning the streets, and elected and non-elected officials alike now know who we are and take our phone calls. So, what about the next 12 years? Well, I know that right now, national politics is monopolizing all the bandwidth. But even with Donald Trump's executive orders, and even though we live in a Dillon rule state where local governments only have the power explicitly granted to them by the state, even still, most times that government touches our lives, it's county or municipal government. Decisions about education, transportation, recreation, infrastructure, what we can do with our own private property, rules for business. Many or most of these decisions are made locally. I believe Wake LP can become considerably more influential in these decisions. I see basically two prongs. The first is to keep doing what we're doing in terms of fielding candidates. You got to have players on the field if you expect the fans to consider you to be a competitive option. So we got to keep running candidates for local office and for the North Carolina General Assembly, as we have been, or even more, hopefully. The second thing is we need to expand our involvement in local affairs. It would be great if we could get a libertarian at every single city council meeting, or at least monitoring it via Zoom. And we need to have a voice and a person present at every single citizen advisory board that we can possibly field. There are decisions made there, and it's important that the libertarian perspective be represented. So we're going to concentrate on those two things, at least over the next 2 years. We'll see how it goes. And hopefully the next dozen years will show as much improvement or more than the last 12 years have shown over the first 12 years of the century. We're definitely moving in the right direction. Hopefully we can keep it up. So look forward to seeing you. If you are interested in talking about any of this, any suggestions, please just stop by one of our meetups. We meet socially every Wednesday night at Tobacco Road on Jones Street, right across from what used to be the Oyster Bar, which sadly at the end of March closed. But we'd love to see you there. Also, check out our Facebook page, our meetup page, our website, and keep them flying. Thanks again. Bye now.